Hello everyone, it's Andrea and welcome back to my channel. I have a layout here for you today. I am participating and kicking off the creative design team's collaboration where we are going to show you how to spice up your scrapbook layouts. So I have a layout planned. I'm going to use some photos of my friends and I when we took a trip to Disney World over Halloween, and I am going to use the scrapbooking workshop that we have from Stampin' Up called Halloween Memories. Now it comes with the instructions on how to create 3 double layouts, and I got to this point here, and with this layout I wasn't too thrilled with the way this layout looked. It features a full sheet on the left-hand page of this stripy blue paper, and then you're going to use like a half sheet on this side. Well, I thought it was a shame to waste this beautifully colorful paper that's on the back. So I went ahead and I'm going to design a layout that's similar to this, but I'm going to bring in some more elements and we're going to spice it up a bit. This one just looked a little bit like a beginner layout to me, and I felt like we could really spice it up. So this was a good place to start. So I'm just going to clear out my photos, and one place that I like to start all the time if I am starting with a white base is maybe thinking about doing some stamping on my backgrounds. And I know that's pretty scary to many of you. It's scary to me sometimes too, but I'm just going to bring in one of our pumpkin pie ink pads here and open that up. And I have brought in our Halloween Memories stamp set here. And this was a stamp set that Stampin' Up designed to work on scrapbook layouts. So I'm going to use 2 of the images here. I'm going to use the 31, and I'm also going to use Spooky Fun. So we're going to start with the 31. And all that I'm going to do is I want to create some interest on this page. So I could have left this a white background, and the top of it was certainly white in the example that Stampin' Up had provided. But I'm just going to go ahead and just randomly stamp some of these 31s here and there. And I don't really have full coverage, but that's okay. I think that it'll still be fine. We're just going to stamp them totally upside down, right side up, and then some. And I'm going to cover the middle of this page here with some papers and such. So I think that this is a pretty good start here. I'm going to just stamp off the paper up there. Maybe another one here. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same over here. Just some random stamping. So I've got some random stamping done in the background here. I like the way that that looks. I'm hoping that it is not going to overpower my layout when it's done. And that's why I just went with them spread out, not too many, but enough that you notice them. And the other thing that I wanted to do, the paper, the way that Stampin' Up designed this, the paper was all supposed to be down here. And what I decided to do was I want to just lift the paper a little bit up, and I want to create a border down here as well. Borders are always fun to play with. So I've got some just black ink here, and I'm going to stamp Spooky Fun across my pages. So cute little border just from using my stamps. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to build this layout. And like I said, I'm going to use that layout here as a reference. So you can see here that the bottom was all blue. It's supposed to be a 6-inch piece and then a 1/2-inch strip of the back. So what I decided to do is use just one piece of this cardstock, and I cut it in half. And I decided that I was going to use a 5 1/2-inch tall piece, followed by a 1/2 inch of the back side. So that is what I did. I'm going to do the same over here. I'm just going to show you how this is all going to be laid out. Like so. Now, one thing that I like to do when I'm doing a layout that's just, it needs a little bit of spice. It needs something more, so it's not so flat and so plain. I love to bring in tiny doses of glitter because you don't need a lot of glitter to spice up your layouts. So I have just gone with 1/8 of an inch strips. This is our Festive Glimmer. This is the Granny Apple Green think I said that right. I always mess that up. But it is in the Festive package. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue just 1/8 of an inch strips. And I really feel that that helps to just make this layout that much more interesting and just give it some fun little sparkle here. And after all, this was a girls trip. We need glitter, don't we? And that green is just perfect. So far, we've gone from having our plain white backgrounds to just having this explosion of color. And I just think that it really does so much more for this layout than this layout ever would. So just think about that. You don't have to necessarily use the same side. This is a way to split just one piece of patterned paper and stretch it by just using some stamping. So I was thinking that my photos would probably need to go something like this across the pages. And then I think I'm going to line this one up here. And then maybe put the little one down here. Maybe we'll flip-flop that. Maybe we'll put the little one up here and then put this one down below. I'm not sure yet. I think I definitely want to keep this one within so that you've got the border of the patterned paper. So maybe that'll mean these guys have to go up just a little bit, and that's okay too. But that will be our layout. And so I'm going to glue these all down. So I've glued everything down to my base pages, and I have just played with the photos for placement. This is the arrangement that I think is going to work best. I've not glued the photos down yet though, so we can move things around if we need to. But I think that this is going to give me 3 places to go ahead and create a visual triangle of interest. So I'm thinking I want something really big up here, then maybe something littler and littler. And I really wanted to take a look at the stickers and see if there was anything that worked. But I think that these stickers are a work in progress, meaning that there are some bats up here in this black box. And again, this sticker sheet comes with the papers, and it comes with solid colored cardstock, and it comes with bonus papers that were not part of this actual paper pack to begin with. So you've got a lot of papers, but there's not a lot in the way of repeating elements. Like I would have loved to have seen this cobweb repeated quite a few times on here, even if it was in a smaller area. So maybe there won't be such an overage next time around and we'll see more repeating elements. But until then, I had to come up with a way to use what I had. And so I'm going to use some of these stickers in the end. Don't worry, because those stickers are a great way to spice up your layouts. But I needed to find something that was big and impactful. So I turned to my trusty Spotlight on Nature dies. So the Spotlight on Nature dies I've used again and again. It is a double set of concentric circles. So actually it is the smallest, the second smallest, and then the biggest. We're skipping the third in line there. And I have decided that these are the perfect size to create pumpkins with, believe it or not. So I have used these, and these are the ones, they look like kind of like a paper plate on the outside. I've used these to cut a bunch of circles out of pumpkin pie paper. This is what we're going for. I have a big one, and I'm going to make a Mickey head. I have one of the ears here, and I've cut the smallest one out, and I'm going to make a couple of Mickey heads, and I think that those are going to fit perfectly in here. So I want to give these guys some texture though. I don't want them to look so flat. So here's what I have in mind. I'm going to go ahead and run all of these through my Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder, and it's this beautiful, beautiful pattern here. You can use whatever you have, but I love that I'm going to be able to add texture to my Mickey heads here. And so I'm going to do that. And then we're going to come back. We're going to give them some ink treatment. We're going to see how they feel on this layout. And then we're going to just spice up that layout a bit more and add a little more bling. So I've got lots of plans for this. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and run these through, and we'll be back to ink these up together. So once again, I'm going to use our pumpkin pie ink like we used on the 31s for our backgrounds. I'm just going to open that up. And I have run all of these through that beautiful Distressed Tile embossing folder. Now, again, you can use whatever embossing folder you have, but I was left with some white core poking through, and it is very pretty, but I wanted to warm these up. Now, I'm just going to pick these up and show you the difference. I think that, let's see, it's on camera. This one looks a little bit duller. This one looks a little bit more warm. I want the warmer tone, and that's why I'm going to take the time to ink these up just a tiny bit. Doesn't take much, so you just dot the ink and then go over. And it's not even. You're going to pick up more ink in some places, and that's okay. I think it looks beautiful. So these are going to make beautiful pumpkin Mickey heads. Now, if you weren't doing a Disney trip like I am, and you just wanted to scrapbook just Halloween, you could just make these into normal pumpkins. You don't need the ears like we're going to put on here. So now the only thing that I need to do is just bring in some glue, and I'm going to just line these up where I think they need to be, and we're just going to put a little glue, and we're just going to glue these into place. I've done the little one here too. I'll do this last little one, and then we're going to put them onto our page, and then we'll commit to where our photos are going, and we'll get everything glued down. So let me get this cleaned up, and we'll be right back in business. I've lightly tacked the photos down so we can move those if we need to, but here's the plan. I've actually put foam tape all over the back of my little icons here, and I'm thinking that we're going to do something like this. I want one up here, and I'm thinking it's going to go right about there. One over here, and then maybe one right here or so. I think that's kind of cute. So I'm going to go ahead and commit to these. I'm going to just peel off one of these, and we'll get those glued down. It's a good starting point. I think that we're probably going to need a little bit more excitement around here though. So I'm going to get a couple of these peeled off. And I'm going to tilt Mickey. I don't know. I think I'm going to tilt him this way. This might be a mistake. We'll see. I can change that. Now, those Mickey heads are really cute pumpkins, but I do want to turn those Mickey heads more into pumpkins. So I have gone into my changing leaves stamp and die set. And the reason that I came here was because I thought, look at the leaves that I have here. And I do have this little cluster of leaves here that I think is really, really cute. And so what I did was I need a little bit more glitter on this layout, clearly to spice it up. And I needed something to spice up these pumpkins. So I went ahead and cut this little tiny cluster of leaves several times. And I cut it again out of the Festive glitter cardstock. And I cut it out of both colors of the greens. So we've got the darker and the lighter here. And I am envisioning just going ahead, and I think I'm going to put one light and one dark green on each and kind of overlap them, something like this. And I think that will look cute. So we'll just go ahead and add a little glue, and then I'm going to see, you know what I think about this. I actually did flip the leaves on one of them. I cut with the white backing up just to give this some, you know, a difference. And that's mixed in here somewhere. So one of these leaves is definitely different than the others. Let's see which one it is. It's this one. So that's something else you can do when you've got a little leaf set, is just cut with the white cardstock up, and it will then give you the opposite impression. So you can see how these smaller petals are right here in the middle together. So that's something else that you can do if you choose to. So I'm going to just put some leaves onto this one as well. And I think that's going to go like that. Maybe I should have just done one and one, kind of like this. I don't know. That might have been cute too. Yikes. Okay, too many decisions here. So I'm just going to put one on here for the moment. Like that. I probably could have just made a cluster with just the light green and the dark green, but You know what? Let's go ahead and stick this under. So now we've got some green leaves here too. I'm just going to play with those for a minute so I like the arrangement. That looks kind of cute. And then I've got 3 leaves for up here. And this might need a little bit more help. So we're going to put 1 here. And you can see that these, like I said, these are different now because these are one of them is the one that I did with the white. So that's just a little idea to get more from your dies. So I'm just going to put that there. That's kind of cute. And then I was thinking I could even go ahead and bring in some of our twine. I'm going to pull that in. And I was thinking that I could just go ahead and tack down a little bit of this. I'm just going to give this little cut here. But look at how cute that is. It's like really twisty, and try to exaggerate the twist here. But yeah, you could just go ahead and tie a little bow or whatever and then tie that on. I think that would be a cute little addition too. Give it a little more spice. So it's just, you know, when you're creating layouts, adding spice is easy. It's just like creating a recipe, right? But you just need to know when to stop. So you got a good amount, things that play well together. And then, you know, there's sometimes where it's just too much and you need to know when too much is too much and then stop. But I don't think that adding this green is going to take away from anything. So we're just going to go ahead and put this little bow on top of each of these little clusters. And I think that will add just something special. Then once I'm done doing that, we're going to take a look at the stickers and see what stickers we can incorporate that will add to our layout, that won't be too much spice and take it over the edge in the wrong way. Gotten our little threads down, and it's time to examine our sticker sheet. I love that these kits all come with a sticker sheet, and like I said, I definitely love this cobweb. I just wish there was more. I think we're going to just try to tuck this cobweb up here. Since there's only one and it's quite big, I want to tuck it up here. I think I want to, they're very sticky, these stickers. I'm going to just tuck it behind Mickey's head. And I think that that just kind of adds to this cute little cluster. And then let's see what else we have. I was thinking of possibly deciding if I needed to just put another border down here. I'm not quite so sure. I'm looking at this. There are cute little words here, but I really want a pop of color. It can't be the green because we have green. The black, there's a lot of black going on here. So maybe this purple, I'm going to carefully peel this off and let me just kind of audition this to see how it would look. It's definitely the right height. And I think that'll look cute down here. I want to just dovetail the edges though. I think that that will just add a little bit more kind of interest. So let me do this side as well. I'm using my old Close to My Heart micro tip non-stick scissors. I think that those work great for working on cutting away pieces of stickers. And I just want this to pass this little pumpkin here. So I'm going to go right in between. I think it's these two here. So I think placement is really important. So I'm going to just go ahead. We're going to stick this one down on this side before it fully adheres. So there we go. We got one side done. And then I'm going to place this one down. Now this one will be a little trickier because we're going underneath this little pumpkin here. I'm going to try to get that right to the edge. And there we go. So we've got a little sticker here to go with this pumpkin. And we've got a sticker here to go with this pumpkin. And now I think we just need something up here. And I'm thinking that one of two things. This was October 31st. And I am not sure if I should use the October 31st sticker up here or if we should use Eek. Let's see how each of these feels and fits. This definitely goes with the 31 right there, but I'm not so sure that I love it. That might go well down here. I'm just going to stick this back for a hot second because I'm not sure. Let's see if the eek would look really good up here. Thinking that is kind of cute. Right about there. And that'll kind of go with this little guy's cluster. And I am very interested in these little black stars. And the reason being is I feel like we could put these up here just a bit and just create a little bit more magic. There's one more. But I kind of like how that just adds to that background that we have. So just a little sprinkling of spice up there. And maybe something, I don't know, we've got these cute little stickers. Maybe I can fit one of those in. Oh, this is a whole big sticker. I didn't realize that this Fright Night was a whole big sticker. Not really loving the size of that. I was wishing that this was just, you know, more like a washi tape kind of an element here. But let's see. Oh, and this is a big one too. Like they're all attached. I wish that we had something that was not attached. Let's see what happens if we pull off. Let's see how Memories fits. Let's see if we can fit Memories anywhere. These are our little foam tape. And I think if I pop that up right up there, that'll look pretty cute. Our layout's done. And before I bring it into the close-up camera for you to take an in-depth look, I just wanted to talk to you about our Creative Design Team membership subscription group. We have that open right now for new registrations. If you enjoy the classes that the girls and I do here on YouTube, you're certainly going to enjoy the classes we do in our membership group. We dive deep into each and every subject and teach you new ways to use your supplies. So you can visit us over on cdtcreatives.com to sign up now through November 20th. If you've missed our Christmas card event for 2024, we completed our 31 days of Christmas cards back on October 31st, and now we are open for replay. So if you have signed up already, no need to re-sign up. Those classes are yours forever. But if you missed out, you can go over to cdtcreatives.com and sign up today to watch and replay. Here's just a sampling of the cards that we showed off during our 31 days event this year. Both of those opportunities are available to you. Remember to stop by cdtcreatives.com to sign up today. I'm going to just pick this layout up. I just want to show you some of the cute little details. Let's start on this side. I just love the way that that greenery added and the texture that came into this pumpkin. Like I said, if you don't have, you know, a need for Mickey, you could totally make this layout has, you know, without ears, and you'd have a cute little pumpkin. But that little extra linen thread there, oh my goodness, it just is a pop of happiness. And I think by inking, we got way more dimension in this pumpkin. Love the use of the stickers, even the little stars. They just make this background paper that we created pop. It's a little spice. We've added more spice with the glitter options here and here. And stamping, always a winner on a layout. And then on this side, the smaller scale pumpkins complete the trio of embellishment clusters. So that works really well. And it just all comes together so nicely. And I'm so thrilled that this memory is finally scrapbooked. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you stop and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming projects. And I hope that you have been inspired here today to get creative. Thanks for watching and have a creative day.